For those using Windows platform. Okay, first of all, I want to tell you that this video is only going to show you how to create a database, a table, and form. And after that, the second video will be on how to create queries and reports. Okay, first of all, let's go and search for Access. Okay, when you press Access, you'll find the Access located. Click on it, it opens up the Access software for you. All right, so what I want to do is to create a new desktop database, because we have selected some kind of task that we want to work on. So we need to create a blank database. Okay, so let's get on with the blank database. Click on it. It's asking you give a name to the database. Okay, so I'm going to call this as my books. Okay, and remember where you're storing it. Okay, so you can locate it always. So then hit create. Now once you hit create, it opens up a new window which says table. Okay, now this table is still not designed properly for the task, so we need to design it. Okay, so how do I do that? Is by going on to this small little icon there in the corner which says view. All right, and then click on it and you'll find the options there. Click on the design view. Now when you click on design view, it's asking to name the table. So I'm going to say my book table. All right, once you do that, click OK. It opens up the design screen for you, where you can design the table with fields and data types that you want to have for each of those fields. By default, it's always there with an ID. That means ID is nothing but to show you the number of records that you have stored in your database. Okay, and at the bottom of the screen you will see the field properties. Now if you see here, for the ID, it's always increment, so it increments by 1 every time you enter a new data. Okay, so let's create something like book ID or big book number. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a short text, because I'm going to have one letter and some digits along with it. Then I'm going to have a book title, and I'm going to call it as short text, or if I want to have a long text, I can decide upon it. Even short text, it will allow you to have 255 characters, all right, including the white space. And then I'm going to have author, and then again short text. Then I'm going to say like price of the book. So let's say this can be in currency, so I'm just going to say currency there, and I want to have it with decimal points. So at the bottom of the screen you will see the field properties, and click on the decimal place value, go around right to the corner, from the arrow mark select 2, so we can have 2 decimal points as well. Okay, I'm not going to have more fields in this. This is only to show you how you can create your fields, okay, for your database. So once this is done, right click on the tab and say save. That is saved now, and close it. Once you close it, now let's see if anything has been stored in the table. There's nothing, because we haven't stored anything in the table, right? So let's close this. I want to create a form which will allow me to feed in data and store data into this table. So what I'm going to do is, just keeping it highlighted, I go on to create. Okay, and then click on create. Now after hitting create, you will find options there. Let's go on to form. If I just click on form, this is already been automatically generated for you. So just click on form, you will see my book table. Now this is not the title I want to change it, so click on it, and then by hitting there you can say book data entry form. Now you can do a lot of stuff in this. You can just simply highlight the book data entry form and go into the side property sheet. If you don't see property sheet, keeping your uh, tab on file, you'll find the property sheet there. Okay, on the corner there. click on it, it'll open up the property sheet for you. Now using that, you can highlight this and give a different font type and color it and what's not by doing this. So for example, I am going to name the font type as agency. Okay, and font size I'm going to give it as maybe 26. That's going to be big. And then now text align is it's showing left. I want it in the center. So I have a neatly done uh, title for my form. Okay, if you want to give a background to this, you can always do so by going on to back color. If you see the back color there, you can simply click on that, click on the back color, and then if you want to give it as color is fine. All right, so and then if you want to go and start entering data. Now you can't start entering data in a design view. You have to save it first and then, okay, so we go on there and we need to save this first. I'm going to call it as book form. Okay, click OK. So that becomes your book form. So there on the left hand side of your screen, you will see that it's a book form. Close this one right now and then double click on it. Now when you double click on it, it opens up the form for you to enter data. So as I said, ID by default is always new. That means it is starting a new record for you. So hit enter. Book number, let's say A100. The book title is computing. Book title is computing. Okay, and author is George. And unit price is 45.70. Hit enter, takes you to the next record. Hit enter again, book number, let's say T900, and let's say book title is Tea and Coffee, something to do with that, okay, and drinkers. And then this is $12.89. And then hit enter, go on, enter few more data. Let's say for example Q 898 and let's say quick access. Author is MJN and then say 34.89. So this is how you go on entering data into your table. How do we know whether it has entered or not? So first of all, let's see how many records we have entered. It says at the bottom 4 of 4. Okay, so that means you have entered 4 records. Actually, you have entered only 3 because it's waiting for the 4th one here. All right, so close this form by right clicking on it and then says close. Once this is done, go on to book table, double click on it. Now you see the data has been stored in your table. Okay, this is how you gather data and store it into your table. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.